Another step forward.
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash. You are the prison bearer, slayer of the dread General Ketheric Thorm. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city. It already is. Granted, there are a few formalities to complete, but, well, why don't you come and see? Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
An invitation from Gortash. We shouldn't have any more trouble from the guards.
Make your way to the audience chamber.
Seems simple enough.
That's why nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
Please make your way to the audience chamber.
What you were doing in the house.
You've been saying that for ages.
This is the armory, not a bloody open house. Fists only. Now clear off. Trade? Do I look like a shopkeeper? This equipment isn't for sale. It belongs to the Flaming Fist. I bloody wasn't. Too busy ordering more of those mechanical monstrosities to tell me. I suppose you can take a look, but make it quick. Stay sharp, stranger. In these times, all we can trust are the blades in our hands.
What happened? And we'll be home in no time.
Now they call for the
Here we
steel
go.
watch.
You've been saying that for ages, and we're still here. What are they waiting for?
Like somebody was in trouble.
I don't know, dear. I don't know. All we can do is be patient.
Entered the house before the fire started.
Who said that? Oh, right there,
Don't waste a step.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Hells! Not this again!
The brain is resisting its orders. Without all three stones to control it, it will soon start acting on its own will.
Expecting you.
If it isn't little Will, straight to your handler. And I didn't even have to whistle.
Minthara, I've had enough. You owe your life to me. Time to end the pact.
Feeling cheeky, are we? Most unbecoming. Heard about your father. The Absolute's puppet. A damned travesty, if you ask me. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid party, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after.
I have something to ask.
Elturel would still be stuck in the hell if it weren't for him.
Master Porter, I've taken the liberty of... Oh, you're not the master. Just as well.
Them from one hell, only to trap them in another.
Shut your mouth. Ravengard is a legend.
Ravengard is a charlatan, like every last
Lord
patriarch of this
Gortash
wretched
is
city.
expecting you. Please make your way to...
Cult army on the march, killer on the loose, and Mistress Dorenbold still drags me hither and thither.
You hear? My lady says Absolute's army's on the march. There's watchers. We'll hold the line. You best believe.
Gortash has Ravengard on his side. That should tell you something.
What? Every duke's just the same as the last, sticking up for each other.
Head up, chest out. Lord Portier could descend any moment.
Not as exhausting as all that boot kissing you've been doing.
Bruff's babbling, no time to talk.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Can't slow down.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, and dearest Duke Ravengard, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
My father's here, Karlach. Cool your fires. He must not come to harm.
Fine. I'll wait for now. But that prick Gortash is going to pay.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlach, come and say a proper hello.
My respects? You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colourful turns of phrase. We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little friend. As for you, I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well... not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I come to an understanding. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
It's not. But it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the 3 are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the Absolute.
And my father?
Your father will do whatever you command him to, like any other subject in our kingdom. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well, and if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Let's be allies, said the viper to the frog.
So Ketheric was ready to betray our alliance too. I can't say it comes as a surprise, but you should know this. I initiated this plot. I brought Ketheric and Orin together to create the Absolute. They knew this would only work if we stood united and coordinated our powers. Their ambition blinded them to reason. I don't suffer the same affliction. In short, you can trust me.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
What a shame to refuse the power of a god. Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
An imposter? But who in the hells?
Let this be a warning. Orin is the spark in a powder keg. We make an alliance, or the city is made ash. I will give you time to reconsider.
Tread carefully. Remember, you must do what it takes to survive, even if it means striking a deal with the enemy.
Oh, but I most certainly am not. Now, come, be witness, as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent?
My friends, the steel watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him? Yeah. Fucker always had expensive taste. I don't know how anyone in this hall could fall for this charade. Isn't it obvious what a chancer he is? And they expect these big metal monsters to tuck them in at night while the Absolute knocks on the gates. If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this, and it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
Unthinkable. To see my own father named Gortash, the sole ruler of Baldur's Gate. Please, we need to speak with him. Maybe he can see reason.
It would have been prudent to ally ourselves with Gortash. While Orin lives, she is the greatest threat to our survival. He is rather fond of himself. If he truly intends to be the savior of Baldur's Gate, perhaps he has reason to be. True. His mistake was choosing the wrong allies. Ketheric was reliant on his god instead of his own strength, and Orin does not understand power and control. Only blood. Perhaps you should rule in his place. Your choice of allies is exemplary, after all. Together, we can teach this city to fear us. And that is just the beginning. When we have all 3 Netherstones and control the Elder Brain, all of Faerun will have reason to fear us.
I should speak up.
Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Father, my dearest boy, the hells have touched you, but you've come to me just as Gortash said you would. A true soul, no less. Father and son, unstoppable generals. You and your allies will usher in a new dawn. Why do you say this? Only the shadows would name the sun a tyrant. Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. And it will be Gortash who ignites the final spark.
No, this isn't him. This is the tadpole talking.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates. The astral prism vibrates in concord.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravengard falters.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Torill's first and only grand city.
Ravengard thrusts you from his mind.
Have we finished then? Help me. Ah, the Black Widow caught you in her web. Floric chose shadow over light. Her betrayal burned deeper than the fires of Avernus. She's been punished for her lies. Don't let her get to you.
How do Baldurans punish traitors? Hanging? Dismemberment? I hope we get to see.
I stilled her tongue. That's the end of the matter.
Within Ravengard's memories, you find Councillor Floric. She is confined in a cell right here in Worm's Rock.
The sun rises, true soul. Are you ready?
Incredible. To hear my father's voice speak those words. Like a stranger wrapped in his flesh. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
What a charmer. Need a word.
Dearest Karlach, I'd busy myself finding Orin if I were you. I'll still be here for any unfinished business once you've secured your camp.
Well, that's it. That's all you have to say to me.
Were you hoping for something else? A word of wisdom? A hug?
Thanks to you, I don't hope for things anymore. I just take whatever it is I want. See you soon, motherfucker.
You most certainly will.
Can't give up now. Moving ahead.
In that case, fetch me a bowl of sunfish head stew.
The kitchen is fresh out of sunfish, my lady.
Well, I never!
As long as we're not overrun with refugees, there are supplies enough to survive a long siege. It's only your purse that is suffering.
My purse is my most sensitive organ.
Let's see. Very well.
Raisengard's a hero.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated. I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? Certainly not. But she's as inevitable as Toril's path around the sun. We'll have answers soon enough. Mizora's gone to camp. We should speak with her. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
Lady Alia says the Absolute's army won't be causing trouble for Gortash.
Look, I'm all for Gortash, but those clankers, they don't sit right with me.
Because they do your job better than you and without complaining. It is unnerving.
Imagine where we'd be without them. The city would be overrun. They're all that's keeping this cult at bay.
He has a point. They make people feel safe, if nothing else.
Ha! You hear this? Tell my friends how safe you feel with those metal giants stamping about. You've been reading too many picture books.
Lord Gortash himself is the one pulling their strings.
We're all better off for it.
Let's rehearse this one more time. Pretend I'm a...
In trouble. Inside.
The house was on fire. We were rescued.
The guard is fast asleep.
Bathed in a tendy. Ate all the onions. Old man Otto. Back here again. Cell stinks like an old cabbage. 3 bowls of the stew. What now?
Goodness, how embarrassing. I had a heavy lunch. Welcome to Worms Rock Prison, the 5th nail, Wee Jail. What's your business?
Your father? Not much of a family resemblance. Well...
Second cell on the right. And you tell him, no seconds for supper. This here's a prison, not an inn. Hang on, I'll let you through. Well, in you go. And don't feed the prisoners. Makes them cocky.
It's over. He's too far gone. You're too late. It's over. The Steel Watch happened. I came seeking allies to our cause. Watchers spotted me, dragged me to Alder Ravengard's husk. Empty as a stare. A tadpole's puppet. Nothing more. He spoke in accusations. Apostasy, conspiracy, sedition. I'll be executed in 5 dawns. When the people need a miracle, you cannot wait for the gods to answer. Alder's words. I'd almost forgotten. No more sulking. I know what to do. Unlock my cell. Escort me out of Worm's Rock. I'll seek out my connections. When the city streets shatter, you'll want their blades. Hurry.
I wonder what's past this.
ages and we're still here. What are they waiting for?
I don't know, dear.
Let's rehearse this
I don't
one more
know.
time. Pretend
All we
I'm a
can do
fist
is be
and
patient.
tell me what you were doing in the house.
I've a lot on my mind and, well, in it.
This is far enough. The way should be clear. I can't thank you enough for getting me out of that damned prison. And for giving me courage when I'd all but run out.
It's the least we could do. Your faith in this city should inspire us all.
I will travel to the upper city. Find what allies I can. You won't fight the coming battle alone. As long as the city stands, I will stand with it. This is my promise.